What's up guys, it's Jordan here from Coin Bureau, and today we are speaking about one of the most used patterns in crypto trading, but also one of the patterns that is least understood and traded badly. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and stay tuned until the end of the video for all of the important information. If you are trading along with us, use the Bybit link in the description to trade on my preferred exchange with our exclusive benefits. Be sure to join our Discord community. That link is in the description also. And this is where all of the traders in our community trade together on a daily basis and learn and earn together. We can see in the P&L share group that the crew is killing it, using our strategies and growing together. Some of the traders here are really doing amazing things with our strategies, so get involved here in the Discord. Also be sure to subscribe to my personal trading channel and put on the notifications there for all of the new trading tutorials that I drop, as well as the live streams, and make sure that you do catch up with the tutorials here so that you are up to date with our trading strategies and can trade along with us. There are trading tutorials here on a beginner, intermediate, and a pro level. Triangles in general are some of the most popular chart patterns to trade because they're easy to spot, they have high success rates, and they can be traded in various ways. In simple terms, triangle patterns are created by two trend lines converging to create the apex of a triangle. The three major triangle patterns are the ascending triangle, which is predominantly bullish, the descending triangle, which is bearish, and the symmetrical triangle, which can serve as a trend continuation or a reversal. These represent a period of indecision in the market, and they can be used to identify really nice trading opportunities given their support and resistance, and these support and resistances flipping, giving you breakout and retest opportunities. So let's go deeper now into what is a symmetrical triangle chart pattern. A symmetrical triangle has two converging trend lines on the border of the pattern. The triangle is formed when a declining line across the top meets a rising line along the bottom. This is declining resistance and rising support. A minimum of 4 touch points are needed to confirm a triangle. That is 2 at the bottom and 2 at the top. Symmetrical triangles experience a squeeze or a narrowing of price action. There is also decreasing volume, which can cause traders to lose interest. And this compression towards the triangle's apex can lead to highly explosive and volatile breakout moves, which can offer really nice trading opportunities if you understand how to trade them correctly. Symmetrical triangles are considered to have a slight bias to the upside if they are entered from the bottom as a continuation, and a slight bias to the downside if they are entered from the top. But in my personal opinion, these are neutral patterns. I would not give any emphasis to where the patterns are entered from, and purely use the right strategies to trade these, to make sure that you are getting nice hedge trades from the bottom and the top, as well as nice breakouts and retests. When learning about triangles, it's easy to confuse the symmetrical triangle for the ascending or descending triangle, but the ascending and descending triangles are characterized by a horizontal line on one of their pattern borders. An ascending triangle features this line at the top resistance, and a descending triangle has the flat line as support at the bottom of the pattern. These triangles also usually come with a strong uptrend into the ascending triangle and a downtrend into the descending triangle squeeze. There is such a thing as a bull or bear pennant, and I know this is a little bit difficult to understand for the newbies. I will be doing full videos on this separate candle pattern, but the basic thing to understand with a bull and a bear pennant is that the symmetrical triangle involved in that candle pattern is a lot shorter. It's a very fast squeeze, and it acts as a trend continuation. Now let's talk a bit about how to spot symmetrical triangles. And really this comes down to the earlier the better, but making sure you do have enough touch points within that symmetrical triangle to validate it. It is important to have an understanding of both support and resistance and trend lines. Those videos are on the channel, so please watch them. What you're doing here is visually trying to identify both resistance and support within a squeeze. This does get easier as you go, but does take a little bit of practice. In this example, we can see clear resistance at a support and resistance flip on a trend line. Then we can see that resistance retested. This also has a downward sloping angle. We can then see support being established with an upward sloping angle, and this is where we can start to identify our symmetrical triangle. Try to draw in your downward sloping resistance as well as your upwards sloping support. Remember, for this, we want at least 2 touch points on the top and 2 touch points on the bottom. This validates the triangle, and it means that we can start to look for trading opportunities as well as breakout trades in the form of retests. I have just dropped a video on my own channel specifically focused on managing fakeouts, and this is essential knowledge when it comes to patterns like symmetrical triangles, so please make sure you do catch up on it. Now let's get into the crux of it and speak about how to trade symmetrical triangles. The absolute best way to trade these triangles, in my opinion, is to trade longs from support and shorts from resistance. The more advanced way to do this is to hedge both the longs and the shorts, and then hold the correct directional trade at the breakout so you get the ultimate entry. This is more advanced, and there is a full tutorial on this on the channel, so please check it out. It requires holding the shorts and the longs at the same time, taking gradual profits on them, and then taking the stop on the trade that's in the wrong direction at the breakout as the trade in the correct direction goes into parabolic profits. This is more advanced, but you do not need to hedge trade in order to trade the support and resistance. Once the trend lines are validated with 2 touches, you can start to trade them as support and resistance. There are very powerful tools to use here, such as the fixed range volume profile, which will let you know extra confluence into going either long or short on these trades. There are full tutorials on FRVP on my personal trading channel, and it is one of the essential parts of my personal trading plan. My favorite indicator to use here for confluence is the market cipher, using the trigger waves above the 45 line to help us know when to go long or short at the support and resistance. I do have a full playlist on this indicator, and I'll drop that link in the description. Other useful indicators here are your regular RSI, your stochastic RSI, as well as your smart money concept order blocks. In my opinion, the ultimate way to trade these are to just make sure you are going long at the support and short from the resistance, so that when the breakouts do come, you are already in that directional trade from a better entry point. Otherwise, the next best way to trade these conservatively is to wait when price moves past a support or resistance for that level to flip and retest. Just a very quick recap, make sure that you are looking for at least 2 touch points to validate your up and downward sloping support and resistance trend lines. Then get your longs and your shorts from support and resistance, and make sure that you are trading your breakouts in a risk managed way by looking for the retests as support and resistance flips. As always, make sure you are using other indicators here for confluence, like your fixed range volume profile, your RSI, your market cipher, as well as other strategies within your rounded trading plan, such as smart money concept order blocks. I hope this has been useful. If you have any questions, please do ask them in the comments.